Well, first of all, the political setting for the agreement. You said that it was the member states that were negotiating. It wasn't the member states. It was one person, Ursula von der Leyen, head of the European uh, Commission. One person, and her main objective is to fight the new Cold War against Russia. And the New York Times in the United States, which is the right-wing spokesman for the deep state, for the neocon interests, summed up what was saying that whereas you say, and everybody, almost all the other newspapers say, yes, it was a giveaway, it was one-sided. The New York Times quotes Maros Sevovic, if I'm pronouncing his name right, the European Trade Commissioner, said on Monday in Brussels, it's not about the trade. It's about geopolitical volatility. In other words, it's all about fighting with Russia. And von der Leyen of the EU Commission said that what this really was locking the United States and Europe into the new Cold War against Russia. All of this is part of basically fighting to the equivalent of fighting to the last Ukrainian, except in this case, it's Europe fighting to the last bit of profitability for what it's doing. You could look at it as the Ukrainianization of Europe. Trump has said to Europe, let's you and Russia fight. And America is not going to pay the money for that. Basically, Europe is going to pay the money, and it'll pay it largely by buying American goods. I think if there's a majority, then it binds all of them. That's awful. But also, there's the idea of, did von der Leyen make acting really all by herself? Did she make any attempt at all to bargain? Europe had a whole panoply of supposed responses that it was going to do in case they turned down Trump's agreement and Trump imposed the tariff. Europe was going to begin subjecting American internet companies and the other companies to the minimum global tax. It was going to block U.S. Exports to Europe. It was going to essentially reorient its trade toward Russia,